Hello everyone, my name is Courtney Isom and I'm a 6th grade math teacher at Lincolnton Middle School. I'm honored again to share with you some insight on a learning management system your student might be using this year called Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a learning management system that a teacher can use to house materials, assignments, and information for students. I will have a disclaimer on this that not all teachers use this platform and can also use other systems like Canvas for their courses. But if you have any questions, please contact your student's teacher for clarification on what platform your student needs to be focused on. Google Classroom is a great educational tool and organization system, but what does that mean for parents? Well, thanks to features like Guardian email summaries, to-do lists, and digital access to resources, Google Classroom can be a great management tool for students' educations while also keeping parents up to date with their child's academic assignments. Let's familiarize ourselves with some of the basic features of Google Classroom. I want to show an example of what this might look like for a student. Obviously, my screen here has a teacher account on it, so my Google Classroom has a couple additional features, but this should give you an idea of what the general layout entails. Students may have multiple Google Classrooms for each teacher or class, kind of like what's shown on my screen here. The toolbar on the left-hand side of the screen is a shortcut page to all of the home pages seen here or direct shortcuts to any of the specific Google Classrooms a teacher has joined. This homepage has a preview of each classroom along with a quick planner of upcoming due dates that have been posted. Let's click on a classroom link as an example. If I click on a classroom, this is what it might look like. This is a landing page. The landing page is the class stream. This is a chronological list of announcements, assignments, or materials that have been posted in Google Classroom. This is a good way to see what has been most recently added to Google Classroom, but might not always be the most efficient way if looking for something in particular, especially if it was not posted recently by the teacher. The Classwork tab at the top is where most teachers will organize materials posted in Google Classroom. Before we go look at that tab, I wanted to point out the upcoming box in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen on the stream page. Again, this is a preview of upcoming due dates that have been posted by the teacher. If you click the View All button in that upcoming box, it will bring students to the to-do list feature, which lists assignments in order by most recent due date or past due date. This is another quick way to view graded and ungraded assignments for students. Let's go ahead and click on the Classwork tab. The Classwork tab is where assignments can be organized by the teacher. Some classes might have this organized by topic, by date, or by material types. The organization style is teacher preference. The clipboard symbol notates an assignment, usually with a due date, and usually the teacher will have a grade for this as well. The book symbol notates material that will be viewed, used, or might be of extra help to complete other assignments. Let's click on an assignment as an example. This assignment example listed here shows the instructions, the due date, and how many points it will be worth. If there are any additional attachments or materials to view, they will be included below the instructions. If there are any copies for digital items for students to work on, these will be located in the right-hand side of the screen under the Your Work section. These are things students have editing access to that are also shared directly with the teacher automatically. Below the attachments, in the Your Work section, students have a button that says Add or Create. This is where they can attach additional files to send in with their work. When a student is ready to submit the Google Classroom assignment, they will need to click the Turn In button on the right-hand side. I went ahead and put a red box around that to point that out. This notifies the teacher that they are finished with this assignment and ready for a grade or review. If for some reason this button is clicked too early by a student, it could be clicked again to unsubmit the assignment and continue working. On the assignment page, there is a spot for class comments at the bottom under the instructions. This is a place for the teacher or student to ask questions or post a comment publicly for all members of the Google Classroom to see. The space on the right-hand side is for private comments only, and this is a spot that the teacher and the student can exchange comments one-on-one. This is not shared with the entire class. This also might be a place that teachers will leave grading feedback or other help. The last feature that gets parents and guardians involved in Google Classroom is signing up for Guardian Summaries. Your email can be connected to your student's Google Classroom. Every day or every week, there is an email sent that summarizes the activity going on in a student's Google Classroom. As you can see from the examples shown here on the screen, there are different sections of the Guardian email that can be helpful for parents. If a student has anything marked missing in Google Classroom or hasn't finished or turned in something, this is included at the very top of the email. If a student has anything coming up due in the next couple of days, there is a section to review those upcoming assignments as well. Finally, at the end, if there's any new activity posted or any updates, there is a section for what those are in the Google Classroom. This is a great tool to get familiar with the assignments and the content posted for each student's class and to help support their pacing in the completion of their schoolwork or homework assignments. If you have any questions about Google Classroom or unsure of what learning management system your student's teacher might be using for them this year, please reach out to your student's teacher to learn how you can help support your students' learning. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope these tips have helped familiarize you with some of the features Google Classroom has to offer for parents. Have a great rest of the school year.